This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy. Just drop in some details about yourself and see if you're eligible to save money when you bundle your home and auto policies. The process only takes minutes, and it could mean hundreds more in your pocket. Visit Progressive.com after this episode to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
There's one thing that will forever change the way you sleep, and it's the softest 100% organic cotton bedding from Boll & Branch. You'll fall asleep faster, wrapped in the most luxurious comfort. You'll never sleep hot again with airy blankets, cloud-like duvets, and breathable sheets. You'll experience pure comfort on night one and feel your bedding get softer with every wash. Discover the difference with 15% off your first order at bollandbranch.com with code CUMULUS. Exclusions apply. See site for details.
Welcome back. It's another Bob and Tom Extra. This is Christopher. Not only is the Bob and Tom Show live every weekday morning, but every afternoon we'll give you a little extra in case you missed anything. On today's big show, Well, I Never, plus Lent and cocaine in limes. All coming up right after this.
This episode brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Shifting a little money here, a little there, and hoping it all works out? Well, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can get a better budgeter and potentially lower your insurance bill too. You tell Progressive what you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll help find you options within your budget. Try it today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
This episode is brought to you by Prime Video. In the small town of Holland, Michigan, nothing is ever what it seems. Behind the tulip festivals and pretty houses lay dark secrets that threaten to tear a marriage apart. Nicole Kidman stars in this darkly twisted thriller about a wife and mother whose quest to uncover her husband's secrets may get her more than she bargained for. Holland, streaming on Prime Video March 27th.
Declaration of my feelings for you. Elaboration on those feelings. Description of how long these feelings have existed. Belief that no one else could feel the same as I. Reminiscence on the pleasant times we shared, and our relationship's perfection. Wow. Recounting of the steps that led to our love's dissolution, mostly involving my unfaithfulness and lies. Penitent admission of wrongdoing, discovery of the depth of my affection, regret over the lateness of my epiphany. Title of the song, naive expression of love, reluctance to accept that you are gone. Request to turn back time and rectify my wrongs. Repetition of the title of the song. Enumeration of my various transgressive actions, of insufficient motivation. Realization that these actions led to your departure, and my resultant lack of sleep and appetite. Renunciation of my past insensitive behavior. Promise of my reformation. Reassurance that you still are foremost in my thoughts now. Need for for instructions how to gain your trust again. Request for reconciliation. Listing of the numerous tasks that I'd perform. A physical and emotional compensation. Title of the song. Naive expression of love. Reluctance to accept that you are gone. Request to turn back time. Rectify my wrongs. Repetition is the title of the song. Acknowledgement that I acted foolishly. Increasingly desperate pleas for your return. Sorrow for my infidelity. The vain hope that my sins are forgivable. Appeal for one more opportunity. Drop to my knees to elicit a crowd response. Prayers to my chosen deity. Modulation. And I hold a high note. Naive expression of love. Reluctance to accept that you are gone. Request to turn back time. Rectify my wrongs. Title of the song. And I'm making so much money, I'm going to space. You must stop regurgitating. We're sending you out to do special experiments.
The Bob and Tom Show is still trying to wake up. In the meantime, more Bob and Tom Extra.
Well, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show.
You never heard that phrase? Remember they used to say, "Well, I never."
I love that.
I can tell you never did, ma'am. No one would mount that on a dare.
Chick, may I tell this story? You once told me that there was a guy who was treating you very poorly.
Yes.
And you kind of went, you know what, sir? And he goes, hey, let me get a picture. And you're like, no, I'm not going to. No. You haven't been treating me well. Why would I take a picture with you?
I don't remember this. It's happened so often.
And he goes, well, I never. And you said to him, that's the problem, is that no one has never said to you, you're acting wrong.
Yeah. I remember that now.
And I remember thinking that's a pretty good way to...
We were signing something somewhere, and you saw for the first time, someone just came up, looked at me, and threw me a CD with a smirk on their face. Yeah. But I did the same thing to Joe Gibbs when I met him at Cleveland Municipal Stadium.
People get nervous.
I couldn't speak.
Yeah.
I just thrust my sad hat at him.
Yeah, people get nervous. It's all right to be nervous, but it's not.
Say it ain't so, Joe.
This guy was being rude to you.
So. He was mean. He was
let's just move forward. We'll be polite to everybody and continue with sports.
That's all we had.
Oh, that's it?
I have an update on our swinging pots from yesterday. Do you remember when we were talking about that?
Like used in a Catholic service?
Yes.
We were talking about Lent, and we were talking about
Never mind.
No, I was looking for a news extra for your.
That's not really news. But
Okay,
Father John weighed in on this.
No.
News extra.
Now, we were talking about Lent and the fact that some archbishop somewhere said it's okay to eat alligator.
Because it's a reptile. And that's actually true.
fish.
I mean, that's not...
And I was saying it seems like there doesn't seem to be a hierarchy where, like, the Pope tells you what you can eat. It's all these random archbishops. And one guy said you could eat beaver because it swims. I mean, that's...
Yeah, but that was in the 1600s that he declared
1700s.
So then it's law.
Right.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
So what did...
to me, there seems to be a very clear hierarchy when it comes to the Catholic Church, though.
But not when it comes to Lent,
But
apparently.
then you were talking about... Somebody was talking about the pots that they use with the
Chick enjoys them, and
I enjoy the pots.
What is it? No, they swing the pots and they're full of
And you asked if they could go all the way around.
Yeah, they do a 360.
And I'm
Father
sure they
John
can.
sent me a letter.
What does this Father John know about Catholic service?
Well, he's a priest in Idaho. Hey, Christy, FYI, swinging the incense pot called a thurible.
Oh.
Now we learned something. 360 degrees is liturgically permissible. It's rare to see it practiced anymore, but in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, it was not completely uncommon.
Holy cow.
That's cool. You put in the soul and Cirque du Soleil.
That's what he said. No, he said particularly at African American or gospel masses, which tended to be much more free with incorporating movement into their worship style.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, you could. It's
a full 360.
Yeah, it's possible.
So
I have no idea.
Are they on chains? Or?
They're on like a long chain.
How big is the smoke thing?
It's like this.
Like a lantern size.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you were going to swing it around, you'd have to make sure you didn't. You'd have to really get it going like a jump rope, because if you pause too far up, it's going to fall down.
Father John said, I've seen it done, but I've never had the guts to try it myself. Yeah.
What kind of incense do they use?
It's like a briquette they light, and it turns into ash.
I know, but I mean, is it like, can you go get it at like
you mean
a
the
head
scent?
shop?
A scent?
Yeah.
Is that what you're after?
I don't know what scent they use.
Wouldn't that'd be a great gag? You go get that marijuana incense and slip it in there.
Oh, that smells like marijuana?
No one seems to be laughing. Okay.
It smokes a lot. I know that.
Oh,
it can
boy,
be
does it ever,
really.
But Pat, you were an altar boy.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, we swung in those babies.
Yeah.
Have you ever had the pleasure of going to a black church?
Yep.
I have.
It is a pure celebration.
I went to a Catholic mass in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. They were dancing in the
Joyful.
aisles. They came
Joyful.
down. Oh,
It's really
so
wonderful,
Joyful.
yeah.
Beautiful mass.
Better music.
Yeah, if you get the opportunity to worship at one of those, do it.
I went to boat in the Bahamas.
A church boat?
No, just a boat.
Oh, that's really joyful, too.
Went sailing. It was
I
awesome.
wouldn't know.
That's a lot of
It
fun.
was awesome.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
I felt the glory of God as I just peeled through the water.
I went to a
course.
casino in the Bahamas. That was fun.
That's pretty rad.
yeah.
Oh, you guys.
Played that Korean poker, whatever. Pai Gao? That was fun.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Pai
You
Gao?
yell, "Pai Gao!"
Pai Gao!
So we have Christy at the news desk. Anything that's going to lead to a Pat Godwin song?
I don't know, Pat. What do you got for me?
Oh, I got the cocaine story.
All right,
the,
I got
the,
that.
The sky. And
Oh, Coke in the boat? That one? Yeah. That'd be
no,
good. No!
not.
No, it's.
Can we?
You're
I like
close.
that one.
You'll know as soon as I say.
Okay.
U.S. Customs agents in California intercepted over $3 million worth of cocaine hidden in a shipment of limes.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Blimey.
that's because if you're going to do cocaine, you don't want to get scurvy. Is it scurvy? Is that which is it? I never can remember.
Rickets?
Is it rickets or scurvy?
Oh, yeah, it's a scurvy.
Is it scurvy?
I think, no, one's lime and one's scurvy. Iron anemia?
I
what?
don't know. I'll find out. I'm sorry.
Somebody find out.
Officers at the Otay Mesa commercial facility
Oh, Tay.
encountered a 42-year-old
Well, those guys must
man.
hate Eddie Murphy. Every time. Where do you work? Oh, I work at the Otay.
Otay
Oh, really?
Mesa.
Oh, Tay.
The 42-year-old man was driving a commercial tractor trailer with a shipment manifested as Persian limes. During an inspection, a canine unit screened the shipment and alerted officers who removed 158 suspicious packages from the trailer. They were found to contain 435 pounds of cocaine, estimated street value $3.4 million.
Now, Pat, you have a song?
Sure. Wonder what song it's going to be. Custom check for cocaine. Smuggling is a crime. They pulled her over a truck. It was full of limes. They put the dime in the cocaine. They wrap them all up. They put a driver in the truck. Man, he's out of luck. They put the lime in the cocaine, thinking you won't find it. Put the lime in the cocaine. El Chapo is behind it. Or Customs says it looks like 3 million. Yeah. Customs says maybe it's 1 million. Yeah. Customs, it'll never hit the street. All that lime and cocaine make one hell of a margarita. Now let me get this straight. They put the lime in the cocaine. They wrap them all up. They send one poor schmuck alone in a truck. They put the lime in the cocaine, thinking we won't find it. Put the lime in the cocaine. El Chapo is behind it. You put the lime in the cocaine. You swallow them together. Put the lime in the cocaine. Strap it under your sweater. Put the lime in the cocaine. Better hurry fast, put the lime in the cocaine and shove it up your ass. Ooh, ooh, ooh,
In the keister, just in time for Easter. Well, it shows you how tough, what a great singer Harry Nielsen was, doesn't it? You nailed it, Pat.
Oh, thank you.
So good.
That one part where you go, doctor, that's rough.
I've always liked that song.
Oh,
Yeah, it's cool.
That is a great song.
Well, you want to sing in a low-pitched, sexy voice because that's what people prefer, apparently. That's right. They say that the crooners like Barry White is sexier for a long-term relationship, that low-pitched tone. Researchers found lower voice pitch makes men and women sound more attractive to potential long-term partners. Oh, yeah.
I've heard people say, too much of anything is not good for you, baby.
Other than navy beans. I can't get enough navy beans. I just love it.
I like a lot of butter on my navy beans.
Cornbread.
We love the
Cornbread on my navy beans.
Not as good as that foreskin.
It doesn't seem to me like it's enough.
Is he the fattest of all singers?
He was a large man. Yeah. I don't think he's the fattest of all singers.
Well,
I mean, with the,
let's
that
put
had-
it up on the boards. He was the fattest of all
that
singers.
had hits. I mean,
John Popper was up there for a while.
This new guy, Jelly Roll, may be the biggest.
He's
a
pretty
big dude. Yeah.
yeah. Barry White no longer with us, but he had that deep voice.
Israel
Oh, that guy. The
Kamakawai, who's a
somewhere
Hawaiian,
over the rainbow.
Hawaiian singer
right.
whose weight peaked at 756 pounds.
Whoa.
Yeah, he was
He's
gigantic.
deceased now.
Hawaiian singer, yeah.
Wow, great singer.
They also found a lower pitch in men like Star Wars villain Darth Vader boosts their social status.
Oh, really?
It makes them sound more formidable.
Don't make me destroy you.
Are we sure the author of this study wasn't just into black dudes?
That's a very real possibility.
Hey, Cheryl, can I talk to you for a second?
Is there any way I can hit on Barry White and James Earl Jones and not make it seem obvious?
The
You
lower
like fat
pitch
black dudes, don't you?
made them sound more formidable amongst rather younger men and more prestigious amongst older men. I don't think it's hurting David Beckham any to have a high-pitched voice.
No, probably not.
God.
I don't know about that. Have you ever heard him talk?
Yes?
It's really
Don't women shut up, and just take your
Good
shirt off.
Lord.
Good point.
Just show
You
me a
don't need to
picture of
talk.
your, what ad is that in the underwear?
Calvin Klein.
Who else is
I
some of
don't
the
know what
deeper
it was.
singers? Josh Turner. You ever heard him? The great country, a lot of fun country stuff.
What about the guy from the Oak Ridge Boys?
Oh, sure,
yeah. So do men like a deep voice on a woman?
I don't hate it, depending on.
Yeah,
but
I think
again,
so.
looks go.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want anybody hideous with a deep voice. Then that's more of a
Who's the most famous?
deepest voice.
Kathleen Turner, maybe.
Yeah, hers was kind of. She
Brenda
had a,
Vaccaro, maybe?
Demi Moore has a kind of a deep voice.
Lauren Bacall had that
Yeah.
smoky.
Bacall.
That's
But if you
okay.
have a girl that
B.
talks
Arthur.
like this all the time, wouldn't that be a little annoying?
Okay, don't do that anymore.
And of course, Pat, yes, the B. Arthur,
Arthur,
the
yes.
number one sex symbol there for a while.
Emma Stone in Superbad's voice is pretty deep. I don't know what happened.
She
to
kind of has a deeper voice.
that.
Yeah,
Deeper voice.
They say that Abraham Lincoln had a very high squeaky voice.
Yeah.
I'm the president of the United States. Thank
That's
you.
very
Thank you
good.
I like that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You know, Daniel Day-Lewis did not answer to anything but Abraham or Mr. President on set.
Oh, boy. That's the old. Why don't you try acting?
And that is,
That's the old Lawrence Olivier.
Yeah.
Dustin Hoffman.
Mr. President, would you like a pepperoni or sausage piece?
yeah, no kidding.
Mr. President, your cell phone's ringing.
Yeah.
Mr. President, your
Pardon me,
pad-
Mr.
your pad
Lincoln,
tie is here.
Here's your latte.
Yeah.
It's decaf extra hot, Mr. President.
Voices can really make a difference, I think. I mean,
Well, you one of your favorites is Sam Elliott.
Yeah.
And my gosh, if he isn't way down there, huh?
yes.
He's the guy that goes to the beef people.
Yep, that's it.
What's for dinner?
Do you assume deeper voice, larger?
No, I never thought that.
Larger cock.
Dr. Kyle.
Is the deep
I'm not
voice,
a
is that
meat
true?
honey, so I don't care.
A meat honey.
It's what's for dinner.
I was not aware that was a term.
I don't think it is.
I like
be.
What
that.
is it, a beef honey?
She just said meat honey, and that's
Meat
Meat honey. We're going to go with
Implying
meat
that
honey.
she
I have
she doesn't-
never heard it, but
I've heard
made
It's
it
the
up.
opposite of a size queen.
Right. I'm not a meat honey. I don't.
No,
it's the same as a size queen,
It's
but
the same as a
she's
size
saying
queen.
that
It's
she's
just,
not one. Yeah.
I'm not. That's never been a
But
priority.
Didn't you famously tell us a story one morning about a teeny
Don't.
tiny? I thought it was on the air.
No.
She accidentally walked in on me while I was peeing.
Itty bitty.
I did not. Now people are going to think I really did. I did not see that.
Tom walked in on me when I was sitting down one time.
Did he? Well, he did that to me one
Christy
time.
walked in on her when she was sitting on the toilet.
You didn't lock the door.
I forgot to lock the door.
I forgot to lock the door, too.
Oh, boy.
I forgot to lock.
Tom cursed when he saw it.
I forgot to lock the door one morning.
Shut the door.
And Bob walked in on me, and he hasn't come back since.
Now I have a paranoia about it. Like I double check.
I do too.
Yeah.
I told you I went to I was at a Target. I love Target. Great stores. Always nice and clean.
Some of the finest shopping carts that are out there.
And I walk into Target.
Popcorn,
and
that's
there's
key.
a lady standing in front of the family bathroom. Just standing there.
Yes.
Yes.
And I look around and the green thing on the door or whatever, so I guess I can go in. I walk over. She steps aside. I open the door, and there's her friend sitting down.
Well, what the hell? What kind of friend is that?
Tom,
What?
they were hitting on you.
What kind of lookout is that?
Did you go home with them?
Oh, that was a trap. Yeah, you almost got snared in their little web there.
Yeah.
It's a common thing.
That's called, what is it?
A three-way at Target.
All right, Shirley, you go in there and pretend to take a dump.
Pig butcher.
We're going to wait for...
Don't lock the door.
I'm going to stay out
Why
here.
didn't she should have said, I'm sorry, my friend's in there.
First of all, why are you using the family bathroom?
Because I was in a rush. I had to go, much like right now.
This is a real thing, Tom. Pig butchering is a scam involving a fraudster posing as a friend or romantic interest to deceive individuals into providing funds for fictitious investments. It's the subject of Last Week Tonight with John Oliver on HBO this week. They can send you texts, and they'll say, hey, is this Tiffany that I met last night at the dance club? And you go, no, wrong number. And that's all they need.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, never respond to those.
No, you don't. Don't ever respond to a text unless you know who it is.
My husband gets some of those sometimes.
There's the big scam is the.
Oh, well, he's a trafficker.
The big scam is the hospital.
Well, he's on the list.
Now it gets weird.
What's the hospital one?
The hospital one is in essence you send someone a thing and it's very elaborate, and then they think you're going to send them back. Oh, this text was not meant for me. Sorry.
Oh,
And then
so it's real hard.
Then the conversation begins, and pretty soon it's, this was about a friend who was having a heart transplant.
If you don't know it, delete it.
And then pretty soon they're asking you for money. And that's a major scam.
It's a really bad deal.
I've gotten some that, like some of those spam ones, where if I were married, it could lead to divorce proceed. Like a picture of some chick.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, I had fun last night. You're like, hey, what? Honey, I swear to God.
That is not my handwriting.
Yeah.
That is not my signature.
Who's going to believe you?
That's it for another Bob and Tom Show Extra. Catch us on iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher. For Bob and Tom Extra, this is Christopher. Take care, everybody.
Expert entrepreneur Ed Milet is on a mission to max out your life.
I exist here weekly so that you can make your dreams come true, become the man or woman you're capable of, and then pay it forward.
It's time to get laser focused on peak performance.
Clarity equals focus, and focus equals success. That's what I'm here to do every week with you. Max out.
The Ed Milet Show. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.